WTOL 11 News on Plus. A teacher in Perrysburg is accused of misconduct. Administrator in charge of the investigation is placed on leave while we know so far. Plus, some property owners in Lucas County could end up paying more than their fair share of property taxes. We're hearing from the Lucas County auditor on a possible fix. Chris?
Here we are, Dan, right in the heart of the winter season, now into the second half of January. It feels a whole lot like it. A few light snow showers still going to be possible this evening and overnight. We'll see where that snow tapers off and a peek toward the weekend forecast. That is all coming up next.
Welcome into WTOL 11 News on Plus. I'm Dan Cummins. Thanks for joining us here on this Thursday. Now let's take a look at our top stories. The fallout continues at Perrysburg High School after a teacher there was accused of inappropriate conduct with multiple students. The district announced that the school's principal, Aaron Cookson, would be placed on leave through January 31st. After that leave period, Cookson is not expected to return to the school. A former teacher at the school, John Henline, was accused by multiple students of inappropriately touching them. Henline is also accused of having a sexual relationship with a student in the late 1990s. An independent investigation found Cookson had a conflict of interest when investigating the claims against Henline. This from Perrysburg schools. As we navigate these challenges, we are reminded of the responsibility to foster a safe, inclusive, and empowering environment for all. Our actions will shape the future and strengthen the foundation of trust and community within our schools. On behalf of the school district, I sincerely apologize to anyone who's experienced discomfort or vulnerability within our schools. These experiences are unacceptable. End quote from Tom Hostler. The district says Henline is on administrative leave until the middle of February. A local woman was arraigned on Lucas County Court today after being accused of shooting and injuring two men in West Toledo. Valerie Hahn facing 2 counts of felonious assault and 2 counts of attempting to commit an offense. Police say she shot a father and his son and indicated to police she planned to shoot at least one of the victims. Both father and son were shot in the head. Her bond had been set at $700,000. She's due back in court in February. We continue following the story we first brought to you yesterday as Findlay police found a woman dead on her son's porch and her son inside the house with stab wounds in his face. Megan Hart brings us the latest.
So someone's been stabbed?
Yes, in his face. I just took pictures of it. I'm going back in his house. He wants a cigarette, but I swear I think his mom's dead on the front porch. I'm not touching nobody.
In a phone call, someone visiting Gary Spiegel at 404 Lester Avenue tells dispatch Gary's been stabbed in the face, and his mother, Kathleen Spiegel, is on the porch and has been for hours, and she's not breathing. When police arrived at Lester Avenue, they were not able to determine how Kathleen died.
There was no obvious trauma that we were able to see. The elements and the temperatures at the time made it very difficult for us to get too in depth with her.
Lucas County Coroner's Office is going to be conducting the autopsy, which police say will hopefully give a better timeline. Police are hoping to learn when Kathleen died and when it happened in relation to brothers Gary and David Spiegel getting into a fight.
Gary's been stabbed in the face. Do you know who did that?
His brother across the street.
David lives with his mom, Kathleen, across the street from Gary at 405 Lester Avenue. David is in custody after being arrested for domestic violence, but it's still unclear what led to the fight between the two.
We're really trying to figure out with the brothers being separated and the one having the significant facial injuries and the other being incarcerated. We're having a hard time getting some answers.
Police say Gary is in the hospital with injuries that are not life-threatening. Findlay police say there could be more charges coming. They are currently working to gather as much information as possible.
There's a ton of unknowns, and we're going to continue working everything that comes in. We're going to follow every lead that comes up, and hopefully we can come up with some type of an answer to this.
That was Megan Hartnett reporting. Lucas County property owners might have been a little surprised by their property tax bills. It's a story been covering for you for months, and tonight the Lucas County auditor is addressing some concerns. Andre Norrells joins us in studio. Andre, what's the auditor's message tonight?
Dan, Lucas County Auditor Katie Moline says some of people's inflated property tax bills are because of a programming error. She says this error has impacted at least 346 properties. We've had people complain their property value has increased hundreds of thousands of dollars. Moline said at the press conference she apologizes. She believes this is the only programming error, but her office is reevaluating calculations to find any other issues.
Right now, we are absolutely focused on fixing the problem, examining who else have been impacted, reviewing all the properties and remedying it. We are then going to take every step possible to ensure that it doesn't happen again. Right now, I'm focused on fixing the problem and making sure that anyone that was impacted by this is made whole.
Now, the auditor also said that there was an employee who incorrectly entered information for mosquito control. She says this issue resulted in taxpayers paying less in their first payment than they should have. To fix that issue, property owners will have to make that up in their second year payment. She says the average cost will be about $2 per $100,000 of property value. That employee who made the mistake has been terminated. We'll have more on this story tonight at 11. Reporting in studio, Andre Knowles, WTOL 11.
Andre, thank you very much. Construction has begun to build a Sheetz convenience store in Oregon. This is on Navarre, next to St. Charles Hospital. The company's proposed multiple locations across Northwest Ohio, with several opening and other plans being shut down. Sheetz has said that it plans to open a multi-million-dollar warehouse in Findlay, which would create 750 jobs over 5 years. No word on when the Oregon Sheetz will open. Chris?
Dan, a whole lot of wintry weather still going to be stuck into the area as we look at the next several days. Tonight, a few light snow showers, a couple flurries. Those are going to be tapering off between now and midnight, down to 12 degrees for the overnight low. So again, that familiar chill. For Friday, it is going to be right around the lower 20s, cold and brisk. Then into January, chill will continue into the weekend, near or just below the freezing mark on Saturday as we head toward 31 degrees. A few light snow showers been drifting across the area. We'll always caution you with any of these snow showers, a very minor accumulation, a dusting to 1/4 of an inch, but if it comes at the right time, it could coat the roadways with how cold we've been, so a little slippery travel will be possible in a few areas. Well below freezing, as you would expect. Hard to believe it's actually a little warmer now than it's been in the past several days. What's the bus stop forecast looking like for Friday? Morning bus stop, partly cloudy skies, right around 12 degrees, still going to be a cold one. 17 as we go toward outdoor recess time, 21 into the afternoon, and we'll have partly sunny skies on a cold, dry Friday. So there's the snow chances that are tapering off. We'll have partly cloudy skies overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. A few passing clouds, but it will be dry and it will be chilly on Friday, only reaching into the lower 20s, a day that's going to have you dreaming for warmer summer days that feel like quite a ways away from us. We will be dry through Friday afternoon and into Friday evening. If you have any plans to be heading out for dinner or high school basketball games, no big issues on Friday night. Temperature-wise, what's going to feel like tomorrow morning? Close to 0 is what that wind chill is going to feel like. Could even slip a few degrees below 0 off to the south and to the west. So count on it being that familiar January cold, right around 10 degrees in the afternoon, as it will stay brisk and chilly through your Friday. Warmer winter coats will be needed. Now, while things are going to be cold and quiet for us, I do have to update you on this. A major storm that's going to be unfolding. This actually has links to that strong southern U.S. storm that went across the snowstorm. This is the UK and Ireland. They will be experiencing up to 50-foot waves just west or off the coast of Ireland, and winds that could gust up to 100 miles per hour as a bomb cyclone rapidly intensifies and moves across Ireland and the UK. How about the numbers? Wind gusts, and look right here, could reach about 50 to 70, even up to 100 miles per hour off the coast of Ireland. Just wanted to keep you up to date on some of the international weather. Temperatures tomorrow morning right around the lower teens. Highs into the afternoon only reach to the lower 20s with partly sunny skies. And our 10-day forecast puts us on Saturday close to 31, back to the upper 20s on Sunday, 34 to 35 Monday into Tuesday. We'll get a few scattered snow showers on Tuesday, mid-30s through the middle of next week. We're getting close to the end of January as we count down the last few days. Mid to upper 20s to near 30 degrees on Friday. And the first weekend of February could bring a system into the area. Rain, snow mix with highs into early February in the mid-30s. That's your 10-day forecast. Dan, back over to you.
Chris, thank you very much. Call it a Tiffin transformation. City leaders looking to put some grant dollars to good use in sprucing things up. Dominique O'Neill brings us the project details.
It's huge that we have a city that's investing in the future.
State Route 53 brings people right into Tiffin, and that's a big reason why city leaders want to make sure it's up to snuff.
Having the infrastructure in place that's going to be around for many, many years is crucial to the long-term success of Tiffin and Seneca County.
The city's about to embark on a project that'll provide better access and signal improvements within the Sixes Corners intersection. The project is being funded through 3 federal grants from ODOT to the tune of nearly $2.6 million. Tiffin City Engineer says projects like this happen thanks to road and bridge levy support.
What this road and bridge levy enables us to do is go after all these grants that are available both through the state and federal levels, and we bring those dollars back because we have the local dollars to invest in our infrastructure through the road and bridge levy.
Sandusky Street, which is State Route 53, also runs through Tiffin University's campus and a number of other businesses.
We're excited for it. obviously getting through all the dust and the slowdowns. We call that part of progress, but in the end we'll have a more beautiful highway that runs through campus that's more safe and attractive. So we're grateful for the state's investment into Tiffin, Ohio.
And those benefits also include maintaining a high traffic area, one that the state estimates sees more than 9,500 vehicles a day.
To the community, this is a major thoroughfare. Roughly 10,000 vehicles come in and out of the up and down M53, what we call Sandusky Street here, on a daily basis. And so we have students, faculty and staff, parents and families coming into town, as well as traffic from the middle of the state going up to the lake and back during the summertime. So it really is significant for Tiffin.
That was Dominique O'Neill reporting. Layoffs aren't only affecting employees at the automotive industry's biggest names. Employees in Cary and North Baltimore had their positions at Tasun Automotive eliminated this week. The company, headquartered in Auburn Hills, manufactures automotive products. WTOL 11 reached out to the company, which told us the eliminations are due to reduced sales and market fluctuations. The company would not tell us how many employees were eliminated, saying it was not enough to require a WARN notice. President Donald Trump pledged to deport millions of undocumented people. Our National Verify team looks into claims that you can earn reward money for providing tips to find people who are in this country illegally.
Viral posts on social media claim Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, is paying $750 per illegal immigrant that's turned in through their tip form. So, are these posts legit? Let's verify. Our sources are ICE and the Citrus County, Florida Sheriff's Office. We reached out to ICE, and a spokesperson told us the agency does not offer rewards for tips in support of civil immigration enforcement objectives, which is what an arrest of an undocumented person would be considered. ICE also confirmed the flyer is fake and noted it uses the shoulder patch of the wrong agency. This is the logo of Customs and Border Protection, not ICE. Several posts also link to this online tip form. ICE says this form isn't intended to be used to report all undocumented people. Instead, it specifies it's only for those suspected of criminal activity. It also doesn't guarantee money for tips. So, no, ICE is not offering a $750 reward for reporting undocumented people. In 2018, the Citrus County Sheriff's Office warned about a similar post that falsely claimed ICE was paying $100 for tips. Whether you're verifying along the U.S.-Mexico border in San Diego, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Ohio Republican lawmakers introduced Senate Bill 1. It's the Advance Ohio Higher Education Act. The bill would ban diversity, equity, and inclusion courses and trainings at Ohio's public colleges and universities. It would also prohibit universities and professors from taking positions on controversial topics. Attorney General Dave Yost officially announced candidacy for Ohio's governor position in 2026. He's a Republican, telling WTOL 11 back in December he was eyeing the role. Also potentially running for the Republican Party is Vivek Ramaswamy, who many assume will get the endorsement of President Donald Trump. On the Democratic end of things, former director of the Ohio Department of Health, Amy Acton, says she will run for the Democratic nomination. In Michigan, incumbent Governor Gretchen Whitmer